evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Well, let me get that response. That's great. Thank you. Right. Well, apparently Dave was going to have two people talking tonight, so but one for some reason hasn't turned up or shied up or whatever. So he's asked me to pad it out a little. So we started our business.
Sure, really quick, mate. No problem. We can get to that.
We joined Cleanings in 2010, January 2010. Shortly after we joined, I'm sorry, I'm way ahead of myself here. My name's Neil. For those of you that don't know me, we run our business out of Liverpool with Rose, and we've been in the business since 2010. We joined in January. At that time, I was a manager with Carpet. Rose did used to be a teacher. She was actually working for an estate agent at that time. No, I do apologise. We've given up. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm still at Saturday. Absolutely fabulous. No, she'd given up a job through ill health. And when Rose first met me, I was doing cleanings, and then this is actually my third time in cleanings. The last two times the time wasn't right for me. And when she first met me, she actually saw what I was doing. And I started to tell her a little bit about it, because obviously she was curious. And straight away, true blind faith, that's a scam. So when we did eventually get together, I wasn't doing the business anymore anyway because of the circumstances. So when Rose had to give up her job due to ill health, but she still hasn't found out what's wrong with her, by the way. 4 years now she's been under investigation and still don't know what it is. She's gone through bipolar, ME, all kinds of things, TIAs, and I think you just recently had another race, still don't know what's wrong with it. Anyway, I digress. She was kicking her heels at home. She was feeling a little bit frustrated because she felt I was under the pressure to earn income. Now, being a store manager with Carpet, the money was pretty good, so I wasn't too worried about that. But she needed something to do to give her a little bit of self-will. She was starting to lose a lot of her own self-esteem. And I suggested getting into cleanings in. Of course, I got the usual. I'm not doing that, it's a scam. But eventually I managed to talk her around. I went on the internet, found the closest gold distributor to us, and sent in a request. Happened to be Graham Taylor, who's now our sponsor, and he came a couple of days later with Peter Wellock. Didn't have to say anything to me. I was already sold. I was going to join anyway. But by the end of the night, Rose was like kicking and raring to go, which was fantastic. So that's it. We got started. 2 days after that, I went up to Scotland because my mum was taken ill, and as a consequence of that, she actually passed away. She got pneumonia and passed away. We were up there for around about 2 weeks, and I don't know whether January was a busy time for funeral directors or whatever, but we had to wait nearly 10 days for the funeral. There was no hold up there as far as making the arrangements are concerned. It's just the space that they had, all the time we could fit her in. So in that time, we came back and we managed to do our rapid start bonus in between that and the funeral. So, anyway, we went back up to Scotland, sorted the affairs out, came back down, got stuck into the business. It's been up and down. It has been up and down. I'd like to say that it's been a smooth ride and dead easy all the way and everything, but I'd be lying. It's been up and down, but we've had some great ups. We built it more or less straight away. We brought about 7 or 8 people straight into the business, people that we knew, and then we found out the reality that most people don't work. So, but what we did was, and it's a big mistake a lot of people make, I think, is because we got those people that we thought, that's it, we've got the people to work with now. What we didn't realise was they didn't have the same values or the same. It's not my fault, is it? I mean, it's not switched on, but it is. Sorry. Don't get a beer for that. It wasn't a ringtone. Yeah. What we didn't realise is that people didn't have the same goals, aspirations, and drive that we had, and so we were spending a lot of time on people that really didn't want it. They didn't want us to spend that time on them. They just wanted to go out, put a few books out. Well, if we were lucky, they wanted to go out and put a few books out. So we went up a little bit and then we went down. So we sat down and had a chat with Peter and Werner. They said, look, this is what you need to do, blah, blah, blah. So we went out again, and I was off work for, was that a week or 2 weeks? For 2 weeks. And we spent 2 weeks just totally concentrated on sponsoring activity. All the fish pond things, you know, cards in shops, flyering. We did some internet, although we were very green on the internet at that point. And you know, newspaper ads, anything we could to generate leads. And again, we brought in around about 8 or 9 people, which was great. And this time we actually got 4 or 5 that actually said they wanted to do some work. And 1 or 2 actually did, which was brilliant. We were holding sizzles at home and at our home once a month, and we were telling these people they're our key people, we want to work with them, and you know, this, that, and the other. And nobody was still ringing us up for anything. It's crazy. I just can't understand that. Anyway, we went up again, and I said to Rose, right, this is it, we've got the people to work with, and we left again. So anyway, we went and had another chat with Peter and Myrna, and they said the secret is with this business, Neil, Peter said this to us, but the secret with this business is you've got to replace people before they leave. It's no good waiting until they go and then thinking, oh, I'm going to get some more in. Keep topping up. And I'm sure you've all seen the funnel thing where you put people in the top and faster than they come out at the bottom. So, and eventually, you know, we twigged onto that, and this is what we're doing now, which is great. With their help and the help of our downline, we managed to qualify for Miami. If you haven't been on an international conference, you've got to make it, you've got to. It's absolutely fabulous. Again, I've just skipped ahead of myself there. In October of 2010, I was made redundant by carpet ride. I had on the goal board, big carpet ride sign, not literally off the front of the shop, on the goal board, picture of a carpet ride sign, and I'd taken another image of 2 fingers like that in front of it, and that was my goal. I would still leave my job. And it's great when you do, if it's your choice. When they choose for you, it is absolutely soul destroying. Anybody here been made redundant? You know what it's like. You've got to, you know, as much as you want to be out of there, you want it to be your choice. Yeah. I really felt, because with Carpet Right, I've been a store manager for many years. I've been a company trainer. We actually went around and trained store managers as well, with the company car and everything like that. And I really thought that they valued me more than that. But like Dave said earlier, just a number, just another person, you know, just a little bit more a resource that they don't actually need anymore, so out you go. The reason I was made redundant was because store in Edge Lane closed and I was the store manager there, and they couldn't just sack another manager to give me a job, so don't know why, but anyway. So that was that, and it was, went home and told Rose, and I can't say I was in tears, but I was really, really gutted about all this. And she just turned around and said to me, now this is the person that said, oh, don't get involved in that, it's a scam. She just turned around and said, don't worry about it, we've got the clean easy business. You know, we just get stuck into that. And that's what we've done, we got stuck into it. And by October 29th, 2000, what's happened? Have I changed fists or something?
You missed it.
What?
See you later.
Oh, you sure it was good? It must be you're laughing. October 29th, 2010, I was made redundant, and in 10. Anyway, the following February, we managed to qualify a gold distributor. So we were made up with that, obviously. We held it for sufficient time to qualify for Miami. That was absolutely amazing. And we've had no other income apart from cleaning since I was made redundant. And it was tough initially because obviously while you're building your business, £300 and £400 not going to pay £600 or £700 accommodation costs and what have you. But we managed to work through it, and it's covering our bills now. We're so focused on wanting to go for this cruise, the cabin cruise, the cruise. We haven't got a name for it yet. The cruise. And like Dave said, they're balcony cabins, so you're not going to be stuck in a little pokey cabin by the engine room. You know, you're going to be out there with a balcony, hopefully fastened so you don't fall into the water. We're so focused on that, and all you've got to do is bring people in and help them to earn some money. You know. Now, one thing about this business, and I'm not talking about cleaners, I'm talking about the network marketing industry. It's unique in as much as in a conventional job, if you want to get on, you've got to fight tooth and nail. You've got to please the right people. You've got to sometimes suck up, which was never ever my style. You know, in fact, I had a foot planted firmly on my head more than one occasion for saying what I thought. But with this business, it's totally the opposite. I know for a fact that if Peter and Myrna were only still SEDs, they'd be made up through the principals. I know that for a fact. They would have no problem with that whatsoever. And that's what I like about this business. Everybody wants to help you succeed. You know, I'd be so happy to be a senior and have a bronze leg. It's just how it is. And as such, because of that, the help and support that we've had, I just can't put it into words, you know. Graham and Simon, they're our sponsors, and especially Peter and Myrna, and also, in their own way, Dave and Angie for inviting us and allowing us to come to the meetings as well. Absolutely fantastic, which are essential. Don't just turn up at an opportunity meeting once a month and think that's it, that's going to help your business move forward, because it isn't. Dave does what he can to get as much as he can into these hour and a half meetings, but it's not enough. You've got to be going to other meetings as well. We always go to Rob's every month. The Sheffield seminar, the seminar in Sheffield. We never miss a company conference or a company event, provided it's within reasonable travelling distance. We haven't been to any of the live ones in Dublin or Scotland or whatever, but we always went to the local ones. So that's essential, and you've got to work on yourself as well. Yeah? Because despite Rose being up for it when Peter and Myrna left, she still wasn't 100% convinced. She was on a high at the time because of, and as most prospects are, when you leave them, you've just got them signed up on a high because you find out what they want and tell them you can have it. Yeah, and we'll help you get it. Yeah? But eventually, when it doesn't happen in 2 weeks or even after a week for some people, they just go on a big downer. And Rose did to a degree. She went back on the downer because because of a medical or a medical situation. She wasn't 100% fired up anyway as a person. Her self-esteem was very low, and so she went back on the downer quite quickly. But by going to the meetings, reading the books that were recommended to us, listening to the CDs, although I've got to say that's a challenge, getting Rose to listen to CDs. But listening to the Easy Reach every day, things like that. You know, look at where she is now. She's absolutely brilliant. I couldn't do this business without her. We wouldn't be where we are today without Rose. She actually does all the appointment making, and callbacks. The callbacks for the prospecting, sponsoring. She does all that and makes all the appointments for me. Sometimes not at the right times, but we work around it. We work around it because something Bob Webb said in a tape. If you remember those things like that, with the wheels in. Something Bob Webb said in a tape the first time I went on the business. He said, "Whatever you're doing, if you've got to give your team building priority over everything else. Got to. Yeah? So if it means going a day later with your deliveries to go see a prospect, then do it. Your customers will get over that, but you might miss that opportunity with that prospect. So she's brilliant at it. Absolutely brilliant, and I couldn't do this business. We couldn't do this business without her. And I'm sure she'd say the same about me. I hope she'd say no. No. Just wait till later. She loves it when I talk like that. No, I can't really say any more than that. If anybody wants to ask us any questions at the end of the night, by all means, catch us quite quick because we're going straight home. We'll hang about for a bit anyway. Anybody wants to ask any questions, for any help or advice. But I hope I've given you a little bit of information that will help you. I can't emphasise enough the importance of listening to your upline. Take all the advice of your upline. Yeah? It's just impossible to succeed in this business on your own without the support of the network. You just can't do it. Listen to your upline. But we've got amazing mentors with Peter and we're so proud to be part of their group. It's unbelievable. So that's me done. Thanks ever so much for listening. And if any person next to you's fallen asleep, just give them a nudge, will you?